I feel like I don't hear many people say that they want to become a system admin. I always hear people talk about how they want to become or get into cybersecurity, they want to be a software developer, they want to work in the cloud, but you don't really hear people say that they want to become a system admin. It's almost like system admins are just the middle ground to get to one of those. And honestly, it makes sense. As a sysadmin, you touch networking, right? You touch networking, especially if it's a small team. Like for me, it's only like a team of 4, 5. One of us, we all kind of, well, the two sysadmins, which is myself and my senior, we're in charge of the networking. We're in charge of the cloud since we deal with Azure. We are in charge of firewalls, dealing with some cybersecurity. We deal with, you guys get the idea. We deal with everything. So it makes sense, right? You want to work into the cloud? Maybe start off as a sysadmin. Or you're unsure? Go into a sysadmin role. You want to maybe go into cyber? Start off as a sysadmin. A sysadmin does it all. So sometimes it can be, at least for me, kind of confusing as what do I need to know before becoming a sysadmin? So I just want to say you will never know, but I want to give you guys more value than that. I think it's important to have a basic understanding of a little bit of everything. For example, me, I think what got me my role, more importantly above anything, is that I fit in with the team. And my manager told me that. He just told me he's not looking to hire the most intelligent person or the smartest or the one that knows it all. He just wants to hire someone that is willing to learn, is quick to learn, and gets along with the team. Especially since it is a small team. Imagine you're a manager and you hire someone, and they might be the smartest person in the world, but they're unbearable to work with. You probably won't hire them. At least I wouldn't. You want someone that can learn things and is at least charismatic and cool to work with. That's the reason they hired me. I didn't know it all, but I did have some good skills though. I've I've been in IT for 5 years at this point, so that's a big thing, right? I've worked as a junior sysadmin for almost 2 years. I worked as an IT support engineer for 3.5. I have my Network Plus, my Security Plus, my CYSA Plus, and when I was interviewing, I was in the middle of getting my CISSP, which I now have. So having a little bit of knowledge about all of those things is super important. I think it's also worthwhile trying to set up a lab. We do work with Active Directory a lot, as I'm sure many companies do. So maybe setting up an Active Directory lab in your home lab might be very beneficial. Typically, as a sysadmin, basically what I do is I just make sure the company is running smoothly. If something breaks, we go fix it. That's the reason they pay me. And every single day is different. There might be days I'm working with the cybersecurity team because we're getting audited. You have to implement certain security procedures or new things. Maybe one day the power is off, the power goes out, and everything goes down, and you realize that your redundancy is horrible or is non existent in the IDF. One day I'm working with the cloud, setting up users or setting up conditional access. The point is, every single day is different. And you need to be ready to learn. I didn't know much about backups when I first started. I didn't know anything about Entra. And Microsoft changes so often. Like Azure AD was Entra back then, and I didn't even know what Entra was, so I had to learn that. It's been a long time since I dealt with VMware. I've never really dealt with Linux like how I do now. I've dealt with a little bit of Linux, but not really like the RHEL environment. So I had to learn that. It's really just having the basics, and then that's pretty much how you start, right? Just knowing the basics of IT, and then maybe start to dig a little bit deeper into the main, I don't know, maybe main 5, which is like cyber, a little bit of cloud, a little bit of networking, uh, security, if I didn't mention that, and Linux, right? Knowing a little bit, diving a little bit deeper into those roots, into those roles, and starting to learn more. Because every single day as a sysadmin, for as long as you stay there, you're going to learn something new. And what I really like as a sysadmin is that it can lead to, like I had mentioned earlier, it can lead to other roles. DevOps, cybersecurity, cloud. Why? Because you work with it. I work with PowerShell now. I've never really worked with it until now because I'm trying to make things quicker for me, make things a lot easier and automate things. I deal with Python for the same exact reasons. I want to create a script. You know, you want to focus on those things while you're there. Overall, things I wish I knew, those are pretty much things that I wish I knew before becoming a sysadmin. I didn't know exactly I didn't really know much when I was coming into the role, but I was ready. So that's the mentality you gotta have. You just gotta be ready. You don't know. You just gotta read it the job description and have an idea. So you'll have an idea what you're gonna get into, but there's typically gonna be a lot more behind the wall once you're actually on the team. You just need to be ready to learn, ready to listen, ready to ask for help when you need it. And you also need to learn how to figure stuff out. You don't want to be the teammate that's always asking questions, which is nothing wrong, but some people might not like that, right? Like, you also want to try. Like, you don't want to just try something, fail one, like you failed or you just didn't get it right away and then ask for help. No, you didn't get it, dig deeper, do some Google searches. We have AI now. You have ChatGPT, ask it. Ask ChatGPT. You know, I don't understand this question, clear this up for me. I don't know how to deal with this with the firewall. Help me, guide me, help me, teach me. And then if you're still confused, like there's just some things you just have to ask questions, right? Like maybe how the infrastructure is set up, what do we use this server for? Those things of course ask. But you also want to be you want to try. You gotta try. That's one thing that's new here is I'm constantly learning and I love it. And I think that's one of the more beneficial things. It also is clearing up with what I want to do, whether I want to get into cloud. Now DevOps is an option, cybersecurity, of course, since I have a strong focus on that. But those are a few things, guys. Let me know if there's anything you want me to talk more about, and I'll be happy to talk about it. Thanks for watching. Peace.